Welcome to the Black American channel of the free and the brave. That's right, we're going to get into something today. A mythical thing called a black card. Now, this is something that all Black Americans are born with, and it's up to us to make sure we keep it. And how do you do that? We have to participate in certain cultural Black things, such as seeing certain movies, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, maybe even Poetic Justice. We have to eat certain foods, fried chicken, watermelon, things of that nature. Also, of course, we have to prioritize athletics over our education. And the final thing, the most important thing to make sure we keep our black card, we have to be a Democrat. Now, let's get right into this. Before we do, we're going to like, share, and subscribe on this video. I appreciate all the love I've been receiving and even all the hate. And of course, make sure you comment down in the comment section so we can have a conversation. Now, this first video I'm going to bring up is a little comedic relief, so you can go ahead and get the gist of what it takes to have your black card taken away. Let's go ahead and hop right into the videos, guys.
Hey, yo, Chase, you down with OPP?
What?
You down with OPP?
Man, no, I ain't got no ops.
Whoa.
Why is the music playing?
You know, like Naughty by Nature.
Nah, who's that?
You know, like Hip Hop Hooray.
Oh, like Will Smith. Hey, I wasn't even born yet.
You're right. You're right. My bad. That's on me. But you know what the cha-cha slide is, though, right? You old enough for that?
Oh yeah, that's kind of like the electric slide, right? They both kind of the same.
I'll keep this.
All right, guys. So there you go. A little comedy in here so we can laugh sometimes. I'm a funny person, you know. It's not always serious, but you guys get it. They actually went out and made quote unquote black cards, and he got his black card taken away because he didn't know Hip Hop Hooray or OPP, whatever that song is called is, but by Naughty by Nature, song from the 90s, you know. But you guys get it. Now, I'm not going to dwell on that. We're going to hop right into the meat of this conversation. Let's get into it. Boom. Wow.
When did valuing life in the womb become a white thing? When did independence...
Sorry, let me run that back.
Yourself with right-wing conservative, I'm not even going to say Republican, but right-wing conservative people in any kind of way, I believe your black card is burned in a fiery pit by the ancestors.
You are showing what you believe blackness is by what you refuse to challenge and what you are offended by. Why is saying we can do better seen as hate, but dysfunction is defended like it's our culture? When did valuing life in the womb become a white thing? When did independence from the government become a white thing? When did thinking for yourself become a white thing? I don't see white liberals getting told they're not white for what they believe in. Why is that standard only applied toward black people from the black community? At some point, you have to ask yourself, are we being encouraged to think, or are we being told what we're allowed to think? The moment you say we need more accountability, we should separate ourselves from government dependence, we should talk about crime in our communities per capita, we should value family structure, suddenly that's an attack on the black identity. You're telling on yourself. Why is independence offensive, but dependence is what you protect? Keep the label. If I have to trade truth for approval, you can have it.
Ooh-wee. You tell them, sis. That's right. You can have it. If speaking well, raising a family, having kids, religion, loving my country, 2A rights, being patriotic, if that means being white, then you can have my black card. Because at this point in time, the black community has sold itself out. Democrats are the true sellouts of the Black community, because in the 50s, that was the golden time for Blacks. As soon as the Democrats took charge, quote unquote, of the Black community, offering social services and community programs to revitalize the community, things of that nature, it's been on a sharp downfall since the 60s. Education has dropped. 60, 70% of our kids graduate, can't read or do math. Facts, look it up. Baby deletion rate in the womb, astronomical. 400,000 babies a year. We have literally dropped below replacement rate in the Black community. We could be more of a majority in this country if we weren't out here deleting our babies in the womb. We just focus on the wrong things. Our music is absolutely destructive and it's fallen off a hill. For the first time in hip hop history, there's no hip hop songs on the top 10 list because it's all garbage, destruction, serial killer music. And the women talk about nothing but depravity, whose men they're going to take, how scantily clad they're going to dress. They don't cook, they don't clean. You know the lyrics, WAP. You can't name one positive song today. And to have the nerve for the Black Democrat to have the nerve to call me a sellout when I want to think independently. I want to align myself with values that will help me, my family, and my community. Because nothing about leeching onto the government and begging and asking for money, reparation, social services, nothing about that is honorable. Get off your knees, because you criticize and hate the same government that you are begging from. Make that make sense. How are you going to go to the house of your oppressor, which you guys have labeled as the U.S. government? How are you going to go to his house, his office, and beg him for something and then think you can trust it? That doesn't even make logical sense. And to be conservative, I gotta explain this, does not mean that you are MAGA per se. You may love Donald Trump as a conservative. You may not. But if you are conservative, you have a certain standard. You have a certain group of values that you have, and that is represented in this particular party. Because what you're going to do, vote for Democrats? No, just because you don't like that person. No one's going to ever like one candidate 100%. Nobody. I mean, you guys do, because you blue no matter who. Biden did no wrong. Obama did no wrong. But when it comes to thinking independently, black card, gone. Now let's go ahead and move on to this next video. Group of brothers here talking absolute ignorance, but we're going to talk about it. Let's get into it.
Black. But you know what, Joe? I agree. Oh, you a convenient black. Some of them black people be super conservative. Yeah, that's the thing about black people. That is true. Is that our politics is so complicated and sometimes not so complicated. So like a lot of people who are MAGA, I hate that they're MAGA, but I'm not surprised that they're MAGA because they've always been. You walk any black church on a Sunday and ask them about a whole bunch of them, they line up more Republican than Democrat.
But MAGA and Republican is way different.
No, I'm with you, but a lot of them
that's where I'm very different, bro. Yo, if you really got a bunch of Republicans in a room and they like their thoughts wouldn't get out to the public, they don't with Donald Trump.
Yeah, but that's
it's a bunch of them that are stark, lifelong Republicans that do not with Donald Trump, B.
Yeah.
Like, it's a difference.
But again, that's why they voting. That's why they voting though. They voting. I'm sorry. I was gonna say they voting for Trump because they don't with him, but they still want those right wing values. Right. I mean, you look at the Nation of Islam. Mm-hmm. I don't think any of us would say they're not blackity black.
All right, there you have it. That was on the Joe Budden podcast. Go check that out. Popular podcast out here. So pretty much what these guys were talking about, they can't understand how blacks can be conservative when everything about blacks and how we are raised is conservative. The psyop that the Democrats have pulled off, which is kind of impressive, how they just completely lassoed and put the black vote in a chokehold to the point where they don't even realize, we don't even realize that we ain't getting nothing out the deal. Nothing. All of our communities are disintegrating. Our network since the 60s have dropped. Education, our population isn't growing. It actually has gone down. It was up in 13%. We're back to 12 because of what I said earlier. And then also we're taking out our own in the streets with gang violence, things of that nature. What are they doing for us? That's another video for another day. Let's get back into it because I always say this. I've been saying it a lot, but black people, we are way more conservative than we vote because we grew up family. You know, at least when I was growing up, you get pregnant, you having that baby. I don't know what happened. We love our guns. We want the government out of our business. I mean, unless it comes to, trying to find reparations and that BS, our argument. But how they influence 90+% of us to vote a certain way and then make it to the point where if you don't want to vote that way, you lose your black card. You're not black anymore. How do we become so polarized in that way? We all go to church. Most of us go to church. We value religion, God. The Bible is conservative AF. It's patriarchal. Nothing about the left is patriarchal. It's a bunch of feminists, baby deleters. They believe in you can just do any and everything whenever you want. It doesn't matter. Just be you, be free. No, we need boundaries. We need structure. That's how life is. Or you'll be out here in your 40s, 50s with no savings, no home ownership, not knowing what you're going to do, no career. And I can attest to that. I was going down the same path, but now I'm drinking these. Life changed, switched up for the better. Couldn't be happier. I love my country, love my family. Happy-go-lucky. I love people, humans. I don't think I'm a victim walking around thinking that how white people look at me or move around me, that they have this underlying sense of racism toward me. What do they call it? Passive aggressions or something like that. Like, I don't know. I'm free. My mind is free. I'm not walking around here with this constant state of anxiety. Thinking about what someone else might be thinking about me. Are they following me around the store? I don't give a, man, I don't care. If they are, it's on them. Also, it may be because how you look, how you dress. Because that's a thing. You can just go out here and do any and everything you want to do. Back to black card because I'm going on a tangent. Sorry, y'all, but yeah. What do you guys think about this? For all the non-blacks out there who maybe just found out what the black card is, what's your thoughts on that? For all the conservative blacks out there, I know you don't give a damn. And for any of you that are Democrats, still Democrats, that's fine. Welcome to the channel. I'm just here to give you truth from a conservative point of view. You are welcome here. And if you got any questions or concerns, let me know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 9,000 subscribers. And at this point, also leave some comments down if you guys want me to cover anything. I'm trying to content farm. Channel is growing, and I appreciate you guys, and I want to give you guys what you want to hear. Leave your comments down below so we can have a conversation. This is the Black American channel of the free and the brave.